Great. Now let's talk about evaluation and course correction. Like every other corporate activity, like every other corporate exercise, or like every other market research exercise, this exercise too had its evaluation and course correction paradigms. Why? Because, I mean, even though it was immaculately scripted, it was exquisitely tactilized, and it was executed in an excellent manner, fine. So there's a lot of ease out there, fine. But the point is that everybody understood, everybody envisaged that there might be some derailing scenarios or going off the track kind of scenarios. There might be some challenges which will call for evaluation and course correction. Fine. And finally, if we go for a visualization out here, we'll understand. What are we going to understand is that evaluation and course correction is driven by monitoring, mapping, and maneuvering the market research results within fixed time and space continuums. Very simple, basically. Fine. So these include basically performance reviews. As I said, there will be mileposts or goalposts to be hit at each stage of the market research exercise, the market segmentation research exercise. There will be financial reviews, of course, even though there are no caps on expenditure out there, but then there will be reviews because they are in sync with these goals which are judged by these performance reviews. And then there will be flux reviews. These three complements, basically, it's not just for a market research exercise. If you notice it across the board, across companies globally, these three complements form the key for any kind of an evaluation course correction: the performance reviews, the financial reviews, and the flux reviews. And the flux reviews are very important because they talk about variables which had not been mapped. So obviously, there's a very high probability of having no possible solutions, or if you're lucky, or if your genius is on board, you can have some solutions to contend with those variables which have not been mapped, about which there was no cognizance, which were not been envisaged beforehand. Fine. So this is exactly what happens in these kind of scenarios, in these kind of situations. So basically, this is, a gleaning of the evaluation of the course correction. This in itself is a huge subject. I mean, that could be the subject of a different case study or a different course. But right now, let's confine ourselves to the basics. So, basis the data gleaned and inferences drawn, course correction initiatives were set into motion to optimize both the effort as well as the output matrices. And that's how things went so smoothly. And usually, what really happens is that sweeping changes are affected on specific timelines, given the fund allocation procedures or the mapping or the reporting architectures. But an agile organization like the EE group, they just don't get bogged down by such constraints and by such rules and regulations, and they affect prompt resolutions. That's why they are what they are. So this is it about the evaluation and the course correction scenarios, and I'll be running you through the last complement, which is the objective realization and the impact analysis after this. So let's get primed for that.